This is a Zamboni Z500. This one happens to be red. It has a Patrick Cudahy logo on the side of it. It has been in service roughly 20 years. It has nearly 3,200 hours on this current engine. Roughly 4,000 hours is when a motor needs to be changed. The water tank holds 250 gallons of hot water. It uses about 3/4 of that tank every time the Zamboni comes out to flood the ice. If you are fascinated by the sport of hockey, you no doubt have been fascinated by the Zamboni. I'm Aaron Sims, and this is Chillin' on a Zamboni. One of the interesting things about driving the Zamboni is when you talk to hockey players, the vast majority of them, I don't think I've been across one who has ever ridden one, let alone driven one. I mean, that's going to be the first thing I ask our guest here today, is if they've ever actually ridden on a Zamboni. And look who it is. It's Admirals goaltender Anders Linback. Lindy, 2 questions for you. 1, do you want to go for a ride? And 2, have you ever ridden on a Zamboni before?
Yeah, I'll go for a ride. My first car was actually a Zamboni, so I would love to.
So you know how to drive one?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You want to drive this?
Sure.
All right. You can do that easier than I can.
Yeah.
You go 1 step to get up.
You ready?
Let's give it a whirl. Let's see what you can do.
Oh yeah, here we go. You ready?
Boy, oh boy.
Slow and steady.
That's it. So when have you driven one of these before?
A couple of times at the rink back home. One of the rink guys in my hometown is a really good friend of mine. So.
Okay. But I tell you what though, in Sweden you're talking 200 by 100 feet wide. Here it's 200 by 85.
Yeah, so
it's a little different.
Yeah, I gotta be careful here around the boards.
When you're growing up in Sweden, what kind of access do you have to the NHL?
We had an NHL show for an hour every week, but I always recorded and I remember watching it.
Okay.
So kind of brought the highlights, and we had Don Cherry, the biggest hits and stuff. But I kept track on magazines and like favorite goalies. I tried to get on it as much as possible. There were a couple channels that showed it, but it was for sure tougher than it is today to keep up.
When Don Cherry is the first thing you see about North America, what are you thinking there? Like everybody is dressing like Don Cherry, everybody's attitude is like Don Cherry.
Yeah, and I think I realized that pretty early too. It's a big difference from just how people are compared to Sweden and
through Don Cherry.
Through Don Cherry, but even though he's Canadian, right?
Right. Is there an equivalent of Don Cherry in Sweden? Is there a broadcaster or a former coach who is that big of a personality? Well,
maybe personality, yes, but not as flashy with clothes, that's for sure.
When did you decide you were going to be a goalie?
I did both. I played both player and goalie until I was like 13, 14, because we had so few players in our team, so we kind of switched every second game. And
that's really remarkable, though. I mean, you must hear stories, or you must know guys who have done nothing but play goalie since they were 6 or 7 years old, right? 5, 6, 7 years old.
Yeah, but I think I was a little taller kid than the other, and I was a lot in the penalty box, so my mom thought it was a good idea to stay in the net.
You were in the penalty box too much?
Yeah.
You said that was because you're the tallest kid?
I was a little
They were
taller.
picking on you then?
No, I was just like flipping guys over, I guess, a little bit too much. So I wasn't the best either, so I think goalie suited me more, so worked out fine, I think.
It has worked out fine. You and I have a few things in common. Scandinavian descent. We both work for the Milwaukee Admirals. And we both, at one time in our life, worked for the Postal Service.
Yeah.
What was your dad is retired, right, from the Postal Service in Sweden. What did you do?
Well, I started over Christmas break when I was really young and just sorted mail coming in and
sorting mail.
Yeah, but then after I got upgraded, my dad trusted me, so that summer I got a job that's actually delivering mail. So I biked around and delivered mail in the summer. It's actually a good job. I liked it. I was outside a lot and done pretty early in the day, and so I enjoyed it.
When we were in Cleveland earlier this year, you and I were talking about music. Like, honest to goodness, I can come up with ABBA. Like, I can't think of another Swedish band. What kind of Swedish bands are big?
The Hives.
The Hives, yeah, okay, I guess I know them. Yeah, I didn't
Mando
consider them.
Diao, you ever heard of them?
No.
No. When I grew up, I listened to a punk band called Millencolin. I don't know if they're really big in the US, but I know they're big in Japan and a couple other places. There's, yeah, we have quite a good music scene. I mean, obviously in the electronic, we have the Swedish House Mafia, and we have two girls who's called First Aid Kit, who plays, who's gotten pretty big over here in US, I think too. So I don't know. I'm a big Hives fan actually. I think they're doing good music.
I heard a question the other day, and it tends to get deep once you think about it. But somebody said, "What are you looking for?" So I want to close with that. What are you looking for? This is a real Barbara Walters thing.
Yeah, no, it's good. Good question.
Isn't it deep?
Yeah, it's deep, but it's like I think I'm looking for just to become the best I can become, and I want to win. I want to, wherever it is I'm playing, I want to win. I want to experience being on a winning team that actually wins. That
picks up the trophy.
Exactly, like, and because I put down all the hours and work hard since I was a kid, and it's the ultimate goal, right? To be in top, and then year after year you strive for that. So I think that, and on that's. With hockey, and on the side, it's the same thing. I just want to be the best person I can be to my friends, family, and the people around me. And because I know if I'm that, I think things will turn out good in the end.
You know the expression, like riding a bike, right?
Yeah.
You know that expression?
Yeah.
Like it's
easy, yeah.
Easy, and it's easy to pick up.
Yeah.
I think this driving a Zamboni for you is like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Right?
Should we start flooding now?
We can start flooding now. Good call.